friends, welcome back to 100 Blocks in 2025. Today we're going to do my block number 39 and we're going to do it out of the Farmer's Wife book. We're going back to traditional piecing a bit. Today's block is called the ChurnDash. It's number 20 and it's on page 147. And you may notice something really familiar about this particular block, and that's that we've done one very similar to it before. It's over here. Right there. It's called the wrench. So let me show you exactly the difference between these two blocks. Okay, everyone, the first block that we did, which is the wrench, you'll notice it's really the same block as far as construction goes, but this one has a light and a dark. So it's really just two colors in this block. So if we look over here at the ChurnDash, we see a slightly different block. So we now have a block that is three colors. So now we have a light, a medium, and a dark. And so that's how we're going to put this block together. Now, because the Farmer's Wife has no measurements, I'm going to go ahead and give you the measurements for the block. And I thought since we're going to do three colors, I might also take the opportunity to cut something fun for this center square, which I did right here. I just cut a corner out of one of my florals. And I didn't get it to fussy cut the whole floral because actually the flower was bigger than the square. This center square is 2.5 inches, so I just cut the little hint of orange because this is going to be an orange block. Then we have our light and medium rectangles that are going to go on all the way around this block, and so I've gone ahead and cut those as well. And we're going to call this our light and this our medium. So I'm going to put my little polka dots right up next to each one of the sides of my flower. And I'm kind of pattern mixing here as well because this is very floral. There's a polka dot. This one's very geometric, but I think it'll all work out in the end just fine. And these are 1.5 inches by 2.5 inches, these little rectangles here. And then we have to deal with, again, our half square triangles on the outside. So this is my light fabric and this is my dark fabric, which is just a slightly darker orange than what I have in the rest of the block. So we're going to make our half square triangles by drawing a diagonal line on the back of our light squares, putting these together, so 1/4 inch on both sides, and then we're going to trim out using our Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer. So let's go do that. All right, gang, so we have all of our triangles trimmed with our Clearly Perfect slotted trimmer. All the dog ears are off, and they've all been pressed with the seams open on the back. And I've got my dark triangles towards the center. So now I can go ahead and sew the two units here together and assemble the whole thing as a 9 patch. Okay, everybody, here's our block. And check out how cute this turned out. Woo! So this is our ChurnDash block, and it is 3 different fabrics. Mine has 4 different fabrics because I decided to put that little flower right in the center, and I think it looks pretty good. It would have been very geometric without it. And I like that this is definitely an orange block and that you can see the orange in the background up here, unlike the one that I have up here where I just have this white background. I'm still trying to figure out whether it's going to make it into the final quilt because of its white background. But anyway, there you go. So these are really great, easy blocks. You could make it out of 3 fabrics, 4 fabrics, 2 fabrics. It doesn't really matter. You should make them in multiple colors, especially if you need to make some extra blocks and you just want something that's super easy. This one's a great, easy thing to put together. And again, pro tip is to press open your seams on your triangles, press away from the triangles, and everything can nest together and it'll go together great. Hope you're enjoying it, and come find me on the web at cabinquilters.com.